In a world that never stops moving, America's national parks stand as timeless sanctuaries, monuments to the raw, untamed beauty of the natural world. Since the designation of Yellowstone in 1872, these crown jewels have protected the most extraordinary landscapes on the planet, from steaming geothermal basins to jagged, snow-capped peaks. But as we move into 2026, the way we experience these parks is changing. With new reservation systems, expanded trail networks, and a renewed focus on conservation, there has never been a better time to rediscover the wild. Today, we are ranking and exploring the top 10 iconic national parks you must visit this year. We'll navigate the high-altitude highway to the sky, stand on the edge of 2-billion-year-old rock, and search for ancient giants in the Florida swamps. This is your ultimate guide to the wonders of America. Let's head into the wild. Yellowstone is more than a park. It is a living, breathing testament to the power of our planet. Sitting atop a volcanic hotspot, this 2.2 million acre wilderness contains more than half of the world's active geysers. The most famous, Old Faithful, continues its rhythmic dance, but the true artistry is found at the Grand Prismatic Spring. Where heat-loving bacteria create a vivid rainbow of colors that look like a painter's palette spilled across the earth. In 2026, wildlife enthusiasts are finding the Lamar Valley more vibrant than ever. It's often called America's Serengeti for its massive herds of bison, elk, and the elusive gray wolves that have become the park's greatest conservation success story. Beyond the geysers, the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone offers a dramatic vertical landscape, where the 308-foot lower falls thunders into a canyon of yellow and orange stone. Whether you're watching a grizzly bear forage in the Hayden Valley or feeling the earth tremble beneath a thermal vent, Yellowstone provides a raw, multisensory experience that connects you to the very dawn of time. It remains the undisputed patriarch of the American park system, a place where nature still holds absolute dominion. Yosemite is a masterpiece of glacial carving, a valley so deep and walls so sheer that it feels like a cathedral made of stone. At its heart stands Half Dome and El Capitan, the world's most famous granite monoliths. rising nearly 3,600 feet from the valley floor. For rock climbers, this is the ultimate proving ground, but for the rest of us, it is a landscape of humbling scale. In 2026, the park's waterfall season, peaking in late spring, is a must-see. As Yosemite Falls plunges 2,425 feet in a roaring display of power. To escape the valley crowds, travelers are heading to the Mariposa Grove to stand beneath the grizzly giant. A 3,000-year-old sequoia that has witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations. For the ultimate view, Glacier Point offers a bird's-eye perspective of the entire High Sierra. Where the light at sunset turns the granite domes into a glowing gold. Yosemite isn't just about the views. It's about the feeling of being small in the presence of something eternal. It is a place of mist, stone, and ancient giants that continues to inspire every artist and adventurer who enters its gates. Nothing prepares you for the first time you stand on the south rim of the Grand Canyon. It is a mile-deep chasm that exposes 2 billion years of Earth's history in its colorful layers of rock. The sheer scale is almost impossible for the human eye to process. 277 miles long and up to 18 miles wide. In 2026, the South Rim remains the most accessible and iconic gateway, offering panoramic vistas from Mather Point and the Desert View Watchtower. But the true spirit of the canyon is found below the rim. Hiking the Bright Angel Trail, even just a few miles down, allows you to feel the temperature change and see the intricate textures of the stone that are invisible from above. For the truly adventurous, a mule trek to Phantom Ranch or a multi-day rafting trip on the Colorado River provides a perspective of the canyon that few ever see. At sunset, the canyon undergoes a transformation, as the shadows stretch and the red rocks ignite in a fiery display of crimson and gold. It is a landscape of silence and shadow, a profound reminder of the persistent power of water and time. It doesn't just look like a wonder of the world, it feels like one. Zion is a park defined by verticality and vibrant contrast. Unlike the Grand Canyon, where you look down from the rim at Zion, you stand on the canyon floor and look up at towering walls of Navajo sandstone that glow with a deep, burnt orange. The park is famous for two of the most thrilling hikes in the world. First is Angel's Landing. A narrow ridge with 1,000-foot drops on either side, where hikers use chains to reach a summit that offers a 360-degree view of the canyon. Second is the Narrows, where the Virgin River has carved a slot canyon so tight that the sky becomes a mere sliver of blue above. Wading through the water between 1,000-foot-high walls is a surreal, immersive experience. In 2026, Zion's shuttle system makes navigating the canyon floor easy, but the hidden gems are found in the Kalab Canyons to the north. Where the crowds disappear and the red rock wilderness takes on a more rugged, solitary feel. Zion is a place of movement, of flowing water, shifting light, and the pulse of adventure. It is a sanctuary that challenges your body and restores your spirit. Glacier National Park is a landscape of sharp peaks and turquoise lakes that looks as though it was lifted straight from a Swiss fairy tale. Known as the crown of the continent, it is home to some of the most dramatic mountain scenery in North America. The centerpiece of any visit is the Going to the Sun Road, a 50-mile engineering marvel that hugs the side of the mountains and crosses the Continental Divide at Logan Pass. In 2026, with updated reservation systems making access more manageable, the drive offers unparalleled views of hanging glaciers and cascading waterfalls. For those on foot, The Highline Trail provides a walk along the garden wall, where mountain goats often join you on the path. The park's lakes, like Lake McDonald and St. Mary Lake, are famous for their crystal-clear water and colorful pebbles, reflecting the jagged peaks in their still surfaces. As the glaciers themselves are receding, there is a poignant sense of urgency to visit this park now. It is a high alpine wilderness of incredible beauty and fragility, a place where the air is thin, the water is cold, and the views are endless. Rocky Mountain National Park is where the earth meets the sky. With 77 peaks towering above 12,000 feet, this is a park of high-altitude adventure and alpine tundra. The Trail Ridge Road, the highest continuous paved road in the United States, takes you across the roof of the Rockies. Where the trees disappear and the landscape becomes a windswept expanse of hardy plants and picas. In the lower valleys, Moraine Park is the place to be in late September, when the air is filled with the haunting bugle of bull elk during the annual rut. For hikers, the Bear Lake Corridor offers access to a string of stunning alpine lakes, including Dream Lake and Emerald Lake. Where jagged peaks like Hallett Peak frame the water in a perfect mountain portrait. The park is a haven for wildlife, from bighorn sheep to moose wading through the headwaters of the Colorado River. In 2026, the park's timed entry system ensures that the delicate alpine environment remains protected while providing a peaceful experience for visitors. It is a place of crisp air, granite summits, and the quiet beauty of the high country. Straddling the border of North Carolina and Tennessee, the Great Smoky Mountains are the most visited national park in America for a reason. This is a land of ancient mountains, diverse forests, and a persistent, blue-hued mist that clings to the ridges like smoke. The park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site recognized for its incredible biodiversity. home to over 19,000 documented species. In 2026, the fall foliage remains the park's biggest draw. As the mountainsides erupt in a sea of scarlet, orange, and gold, Cad's Cove offers a step back in time. With historic cabins and churches set against a broad valley where black bears and white-tailed deer are frequently spotted. For the best views, a climb to the Clingman's Dome Observation Tower puts you at the highest point in the park. Offering a 360-degree look at the rolling blue waves of the Appalachians. Whether you're chasing waterfalls like Laurel Falls or hiking a section of the Appalachian Trail, the Smokies offer a sense of lush, green intimacy that is rare in the western parks. It is a place where history and nature are inextricably linked, wrapped in a blanket of mountain mist. While Yellowstone is famous for what's in the ground, Grand Teton is famous for what's in the sky. The Teton Range rises abruptly from the valley floor without any foothills, creating a dramatic, jagged skyline that is among the most photographed in the world. The Cathedral Group of peaks, led by the 13,775-foot Grand Teton, dominates the view from every angle. In 2026, the park remains a favorite for those who love water as much as mountains. Jenny Lake, sitting at the base of the peaks, is the starting point for a boat ride and a hike up to Hidden Falls and Inspiration Point. Further north, Jackson Lake offers majestic reflections of Mount Morin. The park is also a prime spot for wildlife. Moose are often seen grazing in the willow flats near Oxbow Bend. While grizzly bears frequently roam the sagebrush meadows. The culture of the Tetons is one of rugged elegance, centered around the nearby town of Jackson Hole. It is a park of vertical extremes and serene valleys, offering a more compact and visually intense experience than its northern neighbor. It is the quintessential American mountain landscape, bold, sharp, and unforgettable. Everglades National Park is unlike any other place on this list. It is not a valley or a mountain range, but a slow-moving river of grass that creates the largest subtropical wilderness in the United States. This is a landscape of mangroves, sawgrass prairies, and cypress swamps that serves as a vital sanctuary for endangered species like the Florida panther and the West Indian manatee. In 2026, the best way to see the park remains the iconic airboat tour. Which skims across the shallow waters, allowing you to get up close to the park's most famous residents, the American alligator. But the Everglades is also a place for quiet exploration. Kayaking through the mangrove tunnels of the 10,000 Islands or walking the Anhinga Trail provides a glimpse into a world of incredible bird life, from roseate spoonbills to great blue herons. At the Shark Valley Observation Tower, you can look out over the vast, flat expanse and realize the sheer scale of this delicate ecosystem. The Everglades is a place of subtle beauty and immense ecological importance. A watery wilderness that reminds us of the complexity of the natural world. It is raw, wild, and quintessentially Floridian. Our final destination takes us to the rugged coast of Maine, where the mountains meet the sea. Acadia National Park is the crown jewel of the North Atlantic coast, a landscape of rocky shorelines, granite peaks, and deep green forests. In 2026, the tradition of watching the sunrise from the top of Cadillac Mountain remains a bucket list experience, as it is the first place in the U.S. to see the sun for half the year. The park's unique carriage roads, built by John D. Rockefeller Jr., provide 45 miles of car-free paths for cyclists and hikers to explore the interior's stone bridges and quiet ponds. Along the coast, the Park Loop Road offers dramatic stops like Thunder Hole, where the Atlantic waves crash into a narrow crevice with a deafening boom. After a day of exploring the rocky cliffs of Otter Point, travelers often head to the Jordan Pond House for their famous popovers and tea. Acadia offers a refined coastal beauty that is a stark contrast to the vast deserts of the West or the humid swamps of the South. It is a place of salt air, granite, and pine, a perfect Atlantic conclusion to our journey across America's greatest treasures. From the geothermal fires of Yellowstone to the granite cathedrals of Yosemite and the misty ridges of the Smokies, we have journeyed through the very best of the American landscape. These 10 national parks are more than just destinations. They are a part of our shared heritage, preserved for us and for the generations of 2026 and beyond. They remind us of our responsibility to protect the wild places that remain. As you plan your national park road trip, remember that the most famous spots are just the beginning. Each park has 1,000 secret corners waiting to be discovered. Which of these iconic wonders is at the top of your list? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this 30-minute tour of America's finest, please give us a like, subscribe for more in-depth travel guides, and hit the bell to stay updated. The parks are calling, and it's time for you to go. We'll see you on the trail.